Good afternoon and welcome back to Tarot Tats and Tea. It's been a while, so here I am with some cards to share with you. First of all, we're looking at the Alento Tarot. This is the one that was created by Michael J. Auger, and he was here on my channel not that long ago where we discussed this new deck. Well, I say not that long ago, it is a few months now, but it took that long for this deck to get here. Well, it arrived here, I would say, a month ago, and this is the first opportunity that I'm getting to actually have a deep look at this deck. Now, I have opened it. I opened it yesterday, and I've started going through it, and I just want to give you my brief opinion on it. Do I like it? Yes, I do. I only have one pet peeve, which you all will recognise as soon as I show you. But let's have a look and see what it says on the blurb on the back. The Alento Tarot combines a rich symbolism from historic tarot traditions as well as the most popular modern incarnations. Inspired by early Marseille and Minciat Tarot, this delightful 100-card deck with black painted edges incorporates zodiac cards, all 7 virtues, and the lesser-known triumph cards, including the Dragon and the Grail. The 144-page illustrated guidebook explores numerological and Kabbalistic insights, casting light on hidden and forgotten knowledge while presenting an engaging new approach to the tarot. And it has colourful images on the back. It's that nice hard 2-part box, and with a lovely picture of one of the cards on the front. I was going to do this with Michael, this opening, but unfortunately I haven't managed to get around to arranging that. I've had a fairly busy summer and I've been back and forth like a fiddler's elbow, to be honest. So I'm getting on with it now because I'm going back and forth again in the very near future. So this is the book that comes with the deck. This was published by the US Game System. Now, I have had a brief look into this book, and I have to say it's full of information. We have our table of contents here, which breaks down the suits and introduces the zodiac cards, and then it also tells you about reading these cards. There's the introduction. Then what I like about here, we have the keys to understanding the secrets. So first of all, it tells us about the minor arcana. It tells us swords, their thought, cups in motion, wands, fire and action, discs is earth and structure, and then the court cards. We have the King of Swords, which is air, the Queen of Swords, water of air, Chevalier of Swords, fire of air, and the Page of Swords, earth of air, and so on and so forth. It goes on to look at numerology. It looks at the aces being unity, 2s are duality, 3 creativity, and it goes through explaining what that particular number, say 4 is stability, 5 disruption, and it works its way through, and you'll see them there, that it has the symbols along with the number. We go on from numerology. It takes you right up to, there's the 5th element there, which is spirit or ether, aura, etc., or quintessence. It goes on to look at the major arcana, explains each card, and then the minor arcana, and it breaks it down into they're not sort of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 10 page knight, queen, king of swords. It's all the ones or the aces are together, or the 2s, or the 3s, etc. I do apologise about the dog barking in the background. That poor dog barks most of the day. After we have had a look at the minors, he then goes deeper into the majors, and you get the explanation of the deck, the reverse aspect, and then a deeper explanation again of the interpretation. What I do like about this as well are the cards afterwards. You've got the zodiac cards. So those are the 2 fishes, which is unity of opposites, which we know as Gemini. We have the ram, duality of competition, the sea monster, creativity of independence, and so on and so forth. The twins, Gemini, the fish of Pisces, what am I saying, Gemini, Pisces, the bulls, which is Taurus, etc. And it goes on and on as it does. We then have reading the cards. Again, it goes on with the numerology and the elements, and how, in addition to understanding the meaning of each card, it's vital to explore the relationship of the cards in relation to each other. We have the Celtic cross spread, okay, which we get in majority of books, I must admit. We have the tetractite, T-E-T-R-A-K, tetractise spread, which is a lesser known spread but very powerful. I might actually try that one later on, let you know how I get on. We have the satellite spread, the tree of life, and the path of the serpent of wisdom. So there are quite a number of spreads to get your teeth well and truly into here. And then we have a little bit about Michael himself. He's a very interesting guy. Many of you will have seen the interview that we had on my channel with him. There's end notes, which I like, this, and there's further reading. So there's quite a lot. For a small book, there's quite a lot to get your teeth into. Now the deck, who can guess what my pet peeve is? The only peeve that I've got about this deck is the fact that it's split into two. Because I find when I have a deck that's been split into two, it's very hard to get rid of that break line in them. Whenever you put them together as a whole deck, you always seem to have that centre line that doesn't quite close together. It's always marked somehow, as you can see here. Now, these are not in order because I have been looking through them, and I know that other people have already done a walkthrough of this deck, so I'm not going to go through each and every card. The card stock is beautiful. I like it. It's nice, and it's not matte. It's not too matte where they sort of feel like beer mats. Okay, it's got a nice bend, supple bend to it without being weak. Each of the elements are in their different colours within the deck. As you can see, everything has its base colour, and we have those beautiful black edges that Michael was telling us about. I love the art. This is the card Fame. Okay, now just have a look at that. And what I like about this, if you look at this card here, it's got the two boats in here that you see throughout the deck. One of them being Death, and one of them, I can't remember what the first one was, the little, I think it's with the Fool going out on new waters, etc. It's just a beautiful deck. I like this Four of Cups we have here. It's quite a more positive card, looking card in this deck than I feel in the traditional RWS. We have we have the artist there. He has his 4 cups. One in the window with the sun behind. So where he's feeling like he's hit a wall, this artist might have hit a wall, the sun's behind there, this support, it's coming back. His drive, his ambition will get there. He just needs to look up and realise, well, do you know something? It's not too bad, you know. I love this 8 of Wands. Look at that. We always talk about 8 of Wands meaning things at speed, when you can't get faster than being shot out of a catapult. I just love the way the colours and the cards' meanings are quite easily picked up on. The Falconer is one that got me. I love this card. Okay, it's one of the extra cards. The Falconer, to me, the Falconer it's almost like it's not the Falconer that I would concentrate on here, but if I was to pick me in this card, I'd say the Falcon itself. Why? Because it's flying free. It's being who you want to be. It's no longer being dictated to by society norms. It's finding who you are, being able to fly free, or being in charge of something, being able to command something, being able to just be you, finding your wings, no longer sort of marching along to the beat of other people's drum, but flying free and beating to your own, you know. I just that, to me, that is that card. Let's have a look. Nine of Wands is another one. You know, nearing the end of that battle. Not quite there yet, but you're getting there, you know. The Nine of Discs is another lovely one. Look at that. Green, everything is growing. You're able to enjoy what you've worked hard for. And again, we have the Falcon there too. At rest, you can see that the cap is on the Falcon, and she can fly her Falcon whenever she feels the need to, and have that freedom to just be, you know. Let me see. I like this 8 of discs. It's just something that seems homely about it. Working, you know, to increase income, working to put your mark on things, to create your art. And you've got somebody in the background there, like a portrait in the background, but it also could be somebody looking through a window admiring what you're producing, you know. This deck is just lovely. There are so many ways in which you can pick things out from it. Now here we have the Page of Cups, and let's look at our Page of Cups here. She's sitting on a bridge, okay, and we can see a dolphin leaping out of the water with a turtle on his back. Now, to me, with it being out of order, that would be tortoise, turtle. Which one would you say? Well, with it being on the dolphin's back, I would say it's a turtle. And the dolphin has a bit of a worried look on the back. Look, I'm carrying a hitchhiker, he's saying. But the dolphin jumps at speed. Maybe that he's lifting that turtle up, you know, emotionally giving somebody a lift, a boost when they might not be feeling the greatest in life. Here in her cup we see there's a fish, as we see in many of the Knight of Cups, okay? But with her sitting on a bridge, and under the bridge you can see sort of turbulent waters, but you can see it's splashing, it's fun, it's lifting each other up, and it's just, I don't know, it's beautiful. There's growth in it, there's symbolism in it. I love it, personally, I love it. The Ten of Swords, I love the dawn in this, you know, because the Ten of Swords can be quite a sort of heavy card. But when you look here and you see that beautiful bright dawn, so much clearer than in the traditional ones, you see, you know, it is time for me to get up. It's time for me to stop allowing things to get me down and stop things from keeping me down, you know. The Magician here is just, he's got everything that he needs on his magician's tray, but equally, you know, you've got to watch his sleight of hand too, you know. It's the deck is lovely. It's like looking through a storybook and picking out your interpretation. There's so much that you can pick up on this, you know. I love it. Personally, I love it. The death card, I like this death card. The death character actually reminds me of Wednesday Addams. And again, you can see the boat in the background and the heads there that have been, that definitely has the Wednesday Addams vibes. Oh, but I do love this. It's a deck that I'm going to enjoy reading with. So Michael, thank you very much for this. I know you were recently on a Hermit's Cave channel and talking through it again, so I thought, right, I'm going to leave you in peace because you've been here, and I'm sure you must be thinking, oh my God. So Michael, if you're watching this, you've produced a deck that, as I said to you before, I love it. I just wish the box wasn't a two-part, you know, two tray box, because I just get a little bit irked when the cards don't sort of join together. But that is a minor irk. So thank you for this deck, Michael. It's beautiful. And do I promote it too? Right, I do. Now, I've got a couple more decks here that I'm going to show you. And we'll pop this away, that way. And there we go. And this next deck that I'm going to show you is one that I picked up last week whilst I was in Wales. Unfortunately, Mum didn't feel up to coming to doing our usual bookshop stroll. We normally go off together, we go and select a couple of books, and we go upstairs in the bookstore and have a cup of coffee or hot chocolate and a little piece of cake, and we discuss the books that we've bought. Mum wasn't feeling up to it this last weekend and everything was sort of rushed, so we'll do it again. But I took myself off and I picked myself up this, along with another deck that I'll show you too. Now this is the Tattoo Tarot, Ink and Intuition, and this is the pocket size version, you know, like the tiny tarot, not tiny but small tarot. And I got this because I like the Tattoo Tarot, but B, I like the size. Now it is a Mosse style deck, and you can see they do look like the flashes of the sort of old school tattoos, you know. Those are the backs. As you can see, they're nice and small, handbag size. Like I say, they do look like the flashes of tattoos of yesteryear, you know. Here we go. So that's one that's going to go up there with my tarot in a tin sets, etc. I do like it. It's nice, it's handy, and it's, you know, very easy to add to your handbag when you're on the go and if you want to do a couple of readings. So we'll pop that up there. And the next one I got, I sort of picked this up because I thought, oh, that looks quirky. Will I use it? I'm not quite sure. I might have just wasted a little bit of money here. I'm in two minds about this deck, and you don't often hear me say that, but I'm not going to lie. I got a set of 100 cards, fortune telling cards. Are you ready to discover what your future holds? Okay. On the back it says fortune telling cards. Ask any yes or no question. Pick a card and you'll find your answer. Be prepared. Only ask a question when you're ready to unearth your fate. Well, I have opened these. So let's see, if I was to say, right, okay, am I going to have dinner tonight? Perhaps not today. Will I win the lottery? I'm tired, ask me later. So to be honest with you, I know we've got our yes and no, but when you've got answers like you're having a laugh, I think that this is what this deck is. Creator, you're having a laugh. Is it worth me going through? Depends on the day, not even a little bit. Ask again, without questioning, guaranteed. It is possible, not a chance. I don't know, I just thought, oh, there's another one here that I left in the box. Oh, it's stuck, oh, maybe it's stuck to the inside, I don't know. It's, what do you think? So, not something that I would promote. I've got them here. They will be used probably as a party gimmick, as a, when I've got friends round and we're having a girls' night out, or a girls' night in, I should say, and it'll be, oh, let's get the yes no cards out, and we can all be left, you've got to be kidding. What do you think? You know, is it feasible? Yes, when you're ready. Ask a different question. As long as you're ready, try again. So, do I think they were worth getting? No. I don't know what I was expecting. I saw them there in Waterstones and I thought, oh, they look cute. But you know what they say, a fool and their money is soon parted, and yes, it was a bit of a foolish step to buy this. I'm not even going to go into cardstock and everything else. They were a bit of a disappointment. I'm just going to put them over there for now. They're not going on my tarot shelf. So, those are the 3 decks that I have had to share with you today. I hope all of you are keeping well. I hope you're enjoying life. You can see it's getting greyer here. We're heading towards the end of September. I'm hoping that there's still going to be some summer left. I want to try out my goggles and snorkel and my flippers before I get to go on holiday, just to make sure they work. So I want to be doing it in the sunshine, not in the grey and the wind and the dismal weather. So whatever you're doing, enjoy, have a good one, and take life one step at a time, and don't let the big grudges drag you down. See you again soon. Bye now.